Hey family, now I just had to do that. I just had to do this all over again. For some reason, my words just would not come out right on the last video. Okay, but anyway, the reason why I came back, I would like to repeat the good and the evil video once again because I just left y'all hanging. We kind of got through right around the little part we talked about, the different physicians that have seen people in a near death experience state, as well as people who have given their account. And right there, we left off where the doctor said that they've actually witnessed people being tormented, people shaking in the bed, eyes rolling back, screaming in agony, saying that they had gone to hell. And then those people who have gone and, they actually just broke down in fear and tears about their experience. And most of them had said that they were atheists or they were this different things. But then at the same time, too, I got to finish this because I just left y'all hanging. They didn't talk about the many Christians that had said that they lived themselves holy lives and they went too. See, so there have been accounts of people who were Christians and Catholics that had also themselves encountered this place called hell. Okay, Christians themselves and Catholics themselves who have actually been possessed by demons. Okay, so what I'm trying to say that regardless to what the doctrine is that you choose, there is no guarantee that you will not go to the underworld, which I call it the underworld, because the concept has been mistaught to people when they teach you that you go to the underworld, or if they call it hell or purgatory or whatever they call it, you go to this place because you were not walking a holy life. You were not walking in the light or what have you, they say. And that is not true. That is not true. You're not punished. You're not sent to this particular place that I call the underworld because you've been a bad person, is what they say. You've been an evil person. You've been a person of just plain unrighteousness. That's not the reason why. My take on it, that's not the reason why you go there. And it's definitely not the reason you go there. Okay, so if that's the reason why you went to the underworld, then there would not be people of the Christian doctrine, the Catholic doctrine, giving their own account of their experience there. So my take on it is it's a place of learning. Okay, so a lot of us may have to go to this particular place, to learn a lesson. Lots of us choose to go to this place. There have been many accounts of people who've actually said that they've actually gone to the place and they had an option. They could leave if they wanted to. One lady's account was that when she went there, she saw many that were tormented there. And it was clear that they could leave because she had the option to leave. She also saw others that left. I mean, so it's almost like it's a place of, of learning. You may choose to go there because you feel as if though yourself there's something that you have to purge within yourself. Okay, and there are many levels when you leave this physical life. There are many levels. I think we talked about it. Some, likened it to doors, having many doorway options and stuff. I myself, had what you call an OBE, an out of body experience, where I actually had, and OBE is a little bit different than the NDEs. The NDEs are, most of the people suffer some type of trauma to the physical body that will render them clinically dead. So you're flatline. OBEs may be just people who have gone to sleep and actually gone out of the body, but there's some similarities to the experiences between the two of them. Okay, my OBE that I had, I think we talked about that. When I had my OBE, I had one doorway and a stairway. Okay, and I've talked to another person that had the same option, a doorway and a stairway. And behind that door, all I could see was this very bright orange reddish light behind the doorway. The stairway was dark, so I didn't take the stairway because I really didn't want to take either of them, because I remember when I did get to the doorway, I just yelled I didn't want to be dead. Actually, it was like telepathically, because you just don't have a physical voice there. Anyway, with most of the NDEs, they've had some similar situations. Some of them liken it to having many doorways, 2 to 3 doorways. One lady said she had even more doorways, and you could only have access to the ones that would meet your particular level of what you have accomplished here in the physical, this particular lifetime, as well as the other lifetimes, because this is not the only one lifetime you've had. So I do believe that the amount of doors you have depends. I think it really depends on your particular level of accomplishment in the physical, anyway. But I said all of this to say this right here. Sometimes there may be some limited options, where you may I just have the underworld to choose from, and maybe another stage up from the underworld, or just to come back here and repossess this physical body if it's not damaged to an extent that you can't use it anymore. Or some of them do decide to just roam the earth. A lot of them roam the earth because they fear, that's what we call ghosts and stuff like that. A lot of them fear what's behind the door because it's an option. You may not like what's behind the door. And a lot of them do choose to hang around here on earth and continue to learn. They don't have a physical body. And to continue to learn and to try to get it together so that when they do inhabit another physical body, because that might be the only option sometimes, they can get it right. So that's why you may see, that's why, you hear a lot of accounts of ghost stories and stuff where people are just reenacting the same thing over and over and over again because they're stuck. So, depending on where your level of consciousness, your level of experience is, you may opt to either choose those particular doors that you have. You may not like what's behind them, or you may just choose to re-inhabit the body if it's possible, or come back here, wait on another body, or continue to learn, or help some loved ones. A lot of ghosts do stay around to kind of like help us and assist us here on the physical plane. But anyway, I just didn't want to leave us hanging. I'm sorry, on the good and evil. With just the fact that the doctor said this happened. To people who didn't practice Christianity. I wanted you all to know also that they don't talk about the people who practice Christianity and Catholicism who've also had the experience of going to the underworld or going to hell. So there have been accounts from them too. So that's something to think about. Okay. But anyway, that's my take on it. You all just let me know what you think, and that'll end this particular video. Okay. Bye-bye, family.